Hello and welcome to this video on what is the difference between mediation and moderation. My name is Geiser, I'm an instructor with Quantfish. In this video, I want to explain what the difference is between statistical mediation analysis and statistical moderation analysis. So let's get started with mediation. What is a simple mediation model? Let's consider the relationship between two variables first. So in my example here, I have sugar consumption as my independent variable x, and I have type 2 diabetes as my dependent variable y, assuming that we want to test the hypothesis that higher sugar consumption leads to a higher likelihood of developing type 2 diabetes. And so now the effect of sugar consumption on diabetes may not be a direct effect or not only a direct effect, as is shown here by the red path, but in addition there may be a mediator variable that leads to an indirect effect of sugar consumption on causing type 2 diabetes, and that may be insulin resistance. So as a person consumes more sugar, they may become less and less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that helps us put sugar away into the cells, and so as the cells become more insulin resistant, blood sugar levels may rise, leading to type 2 diabetes. So then sugar would have an effect also on insulin resistance, and insulin resistance then would have an effect on type 2 diabetes, leading to this path diagram with x, m, and y relationships. Now in this model we have a direct effect of x on y, and that is often expressed as c prime. C prime is a regression coefficient for the direct effect of x on y. And then in addition, we have a path from x to m, which is often described as a path. And we have a path from m to y, which is often labeled as the b path. And so then there's also an indirect effect of x on y via m. So sugar has an indirect effect on diabetes via causing insulin resistance, and statistically that is expressed as the product of the two regression coefficients a times b. And then finally, there's also a total effect that can be calculated in a mediation model. The total effect of sugar consumption on type 2 diabetes is the sum of the direct effect c prime plus the indirect effect a times b. Notice that this path model has two dependent variables, y and m. Y is dependent on x and m is dependent on x. Therefore, the model can be described with two regression equations, one for y and one for m. So notice that y is a multiple regression equation with an intercept I0y, the effect of x on y, and the effect of m on y, and an error term epsilon y. So that's a multiple regression equation, whereas the second equation in this case is a simple or bivariate regression where m is only regressed on x. And so those two equations in a mediation model are estimated simultaneously when we estimate such a model via path analysis, or you could estimate those two regression equations separately in two separate regression analyses. Now let's talk about moderation. So what does moderation look like in contrast to mediation? And I'm going to show you a conceptual path diagram first, and then a statistically more accurate diagram where we can then see how this is actually done statistically. So let's again consider the relationship between two variables first. In this case, my independent variable x1 here is age, and my dependent variable is mobility. So the idea here being that older individuals often have worse mobility than younger individuals. So mobility declines with age. However, this decline may be halted or may be at least improved by exercising. So exercise could be a moderator variable here, which may alter the relationship between age and mobility, such that individuals who exercise a lot show less mobility problems at older age. So this might be a buffering interaction, so to say, or a buffering effect to where exercise is protective and ameliorates or improves the effects of aging on mobility issues. So in this case, in the conceptual diagram, you can see that the arrow from exercise points to the arrow from age to mobility. And so that is supposed to symbolize that the effect of age on mobility varies for different values of exercise. We don't have the same coefficient across all levels of exercise. That's the idea here, but instead the regression slope varies as a function of exercise. For individuals who exercise more, there could be no or only a weak relationship between age and mobility, but whereas for individuals who don't exercise, there may be a very substantial relationship between age and mobility, such that then older individuals have more problems. In this model, age and exercise, the two independent variables, can be correlated. And you can see there's no direct effect from X1 age to exercise. Age doesn't cause exercise in this model, so that's different from the mediation model. But instead, exercise modulates the effect of age on mobility here. So as a result, this model is statistically described differently and estimated differently, and that can be seen best with a statistically more appropriate alternative representation of the same model, which you can see here. So here you can see again, mobility is our dependent variable, age is our first predictor variable x1 with a coefficient b1. Exercise is the second predictor in the model with a coefficient b2. And then in addition to that, we have a product term, also referred to as an interaction term, x1 times x2. And that's literally the product of age times exercise. So we're multiplying those two variables together to have a separate column in our data matrix that is the product of age times exercise. And this is added to the model. So this may seem weird that you could just simply form the product of age in years times exercise maybe in hours per week. This doesn't seem to make a ton of sense, but it's statistically correct. So statistically, we form the product of two variables, and that product is added to our model as a separate predictor, and it has a coefficient b3. So as a result, this entire model can be described by a single multiple regression equation where we have x1 as predictor, x2 as predictor, and the product x1 times x2 also as a separate predictor. And that allows us to test whether exercise has an interactive effect on the relationship between age and mobility. We can look at the coefficient b3 for the interaction term, and we can test whether that interaction term is statistically significantly different from 0. If b3 is different from 0, then this indicates that there is an interaction effect that then we should plot. We should look at the regression of age or of mobility on age for different values of exercise in this case to see what the relationship, how it looks different, how it is different for different values of exercise. So in summary, a mediation effect is an indirect effect, and it's the product of two coefficients or the product of more than two coefficients if you have a more complex mediation model. Also, the question here is part of the effect of x on y mediated by m? So that's the key mediation question, whether there is an indirect effect of one variable on another variable. In this model, we saw we have multiple dependent variables, at least two. As a result, we have multiple regression equations, at least two in a mediator model. We have also an effect decomposition into a direct effect, an indirect effect, and a total effect that we can calculate and look at and also test for significance. The statistical approach that we would use to test mediation would typically be path analysis, because path analysis allows us to test multiple regression equations simultaneously. Simple mediation models like the one I showed you here, you could also analyze with simple regression analysis by estimating multiple regression equations. In contrast, in moderation analysis, we are looking at an interactive effect or moderated effect, and that is the product of two or more variables. In the simplest case, just x1 times x2. And so the question here is, does the effect of x1 on y depend on the second variable, x2? So does x2 moderate the relationship or alter the relationship between x1 and y? Or alternatively, does the effect of x2 on y depend on x1? Because an interaction effect is symmetric. So statistically, it makes no difference whether we look at it in terms of the first equation or the first question or the second question. Those are both valid and can be tested by looking at the interaction term. In an interaction model, in the simplest case, we have only one dependent variable. As a result, we can analyze this with a simple regression equation. The interactive effect can be tested by testing B3. So we're looking at whether B3 is statistically significant. And the statistical approach that can be used in the simplest case, like here, is multiple regression analysis, because there's only a single outcome variable, a single dependent variable. And so you can use multiple regression analysis, specifically moderated regression analysis, when you have an interaction term. I hope you found this video useful to learn more about the difference between mediation and moderation. My name is Geiser, and I'll see you in the next video.